Hello.
Hey everyone, happy Sunday.
Look at there, huge news. He accidentally shaved off his beard.
No,
Not a chance, not a
Oh
chance.
my God, y'all see this? Like, it goes
Look
down
at
like the second set of abs.
Second set. I was actually looking at you yesterday in one of your videos, and like, this is really
Thin.
see-through here. It's really
Yeah.
thin. If the barbershops ever get to open back up, I think we might need to like shape that up.
You hear that? She wants to get rid of like 4 inches. That's crazy talk.
Just think maybe we need to clean that up a little bit.
I mean, I think I could have him do the sides trimmer, and it's real thick and bushy right now. This is quarantine 2020 beard right here.
Yeah. Give me just a second,
Big
baby,
beard.
to get this going on here.
All right, guys. So I don't know why we don't have any texts, but hey, let me tell y'all this. Y'all ready for something funny? Before we started this thing, we already had 3 dislikes.
How do y'all like it when it hasn't
I mean,
how do you dislike
we hadn't even
it?
said anything
It
yet.
hasn't
We just
even
told people we're
started.
going live, and already 3 people.
Douchebags, come
Already
on.
3 people didn't like it.
It's like
so-
the people following us just to hate on us. Oh
Yeah, it might
my
be so.
God. Coming to Arkansas, did you see do you use beard oil? Monster?
Not regularly. I have a guy that I have to do a video for. He sent me a really cool sweatshirt and some beard product. I haven't tried it yet. I'll probably do that video this week because we got some unseasonably cold weather here in Arkansas in the morning, so I'll probably get out here and shoot that video. Normally, though, it's just shampoo and conditioner. Just shampoo and conditioner.
Cape Breton Island. Where is that? Hello, James.
From Belgium. Somebody said something from Belgium, I think. All right, so something else that's funny. Devin's Roots video yesterday. Giving me a shout out, and I know he's just being sarcastic, right?
Yeah.
But I got like 50 new subs
I
from
love
that.
Scotland.
Like 50 new people came like, hey man, Devin told us to come give you some love, so we're gonna give you some love. I'm like, cool. I mean, I don't know if they're being serious or not, or if I'm supposed to thank them because I try to reply to everybody, or if I'm supposed to send Devin a thank you, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? But thank you to all the true supporters who have been sticking through this with us. We're almost to the 1 year mark. Almost to the 1 year mark since we started doing our YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yep. And we're just shy of 2 million views for that whole time. Now, we took about 4 months off. You guys know that.
Yeah.
And that was because we started network marketing and just a few other things we're going to go into here in a little bit. But yeah, so almost 2 million views, and I think it's like 8.5 million minutes watched or something. So
Thank you, Cody.
it's pretty fun.
Yeah, so lots of stuff going on, guys. And of course, as always, we're going to have a question and answer after we chat with you guys. Hey there, Eric. After we chat with you guys a little bit about what's been happening with the Monster family.
Huge shift for us.
Big shift. Some of you are probably going to think, no big deal, but
Yeah, I mean, so to the normal
Huge.
person, this is not that big of a deal.
yeah,
To us, was a dramatic,
life turning upside down kind of thing.
completely different lifestyle than what we were used to.
Yeah.
So we got, 112 people on there now, so you want to go ahead and start
We
into it?
do. Saludos, Rebecca and Todd from Italy.
Italy,
Ah,
man.
man,
Please,
my
guys,
heart.
stay safe and healthy over there. Everybody, man.
Yeah, my heart is with you in Italy.
Hoping.
I love.
Well, okay, so we do get to
Me
travel
a
a lot. We love home a lot, right? We love being at home. And as far as everything, our life really hasn't changed a significant amount except for what we're about to talk about. Because my gym's in my house. We like to spend time just being with us, but we do miss some traveling. I mean, we'll be watching a show and you'll see an Eiffel Tower, or you'll see something in Rome or Italy, and Rebecca's like, oh my God, I can't wait to start traveling again, you know?
I can't
We
wait.
just miss-
I just look at my suitcase. You know how you take things for granted when you actually have them? Okay, so we were traveling, probably hopping on a plane about 11 times out of the year. Every year.
I would say at least that.
You know,
yeah.
at least 11 times a year, hopping on a plane to go somewhere, and my suitcase hardly ever got unpacked, y'all. I would just take a few things out of it and put some more stuff in it, right? And now I've just been walking past it for weeks, looking at it and
It's
wondering.
been longer than that.
I mean,
Yeah.
we were supposed to be in Normandy, France next month.
Yeah, what is today?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because we were going to be there.
Well,
like
hell, I
May
was supposed to be
7th.
whooping Devin's ass like in 2 days.
Right?
I'm supposed to be in LA
Right,
right
come
now.
to Spain. I want to go to Spain. I want to go to Scotland. I want to go everywhere, guys. I want to travel. I cannot wait to travel. So
All
my
right,
prayers are
so
with the entire world.
absolutely. Hopefully we get through this soon. We get back to some sort of normalcy. I'm gonna let you start how all this happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So we're getting right on into it. Like I said,
Well, you said wait until people. There's 132 people now, baby.
don't come to Bulgaria. I want to go
Don't
to
come
Bulgaria.
to Bulgaria.
I wanna go to Bulgaria.
Maybe he's a hater. Oh,
So,
no. Oh, he
just
says
a-
Bulgaria sucks.
A
I've been
little
to
bit
Sofia.
of backstory for those of you who do not have not known us that long, okay? Since the day that I moved in with Michael.
We have never been apart more than 9 hours.
Well, except for those 2 trips where you stupidly lost your mind.
Why don't you shut up? Okay, so in our entire relationship,
Yeah.
We've never not went to bed next to each other and not woke up next to each other.
Right.
We've never been apart more than 9 hours. Like,
Yeah.
maybe she would go run and do something and come back, or I had to go do something and come back. But we have just been blessed enough to, when we got together, we was doing network marketing. We were really successful with that. And then moved to Hot Springs, still did network marketing. About a year and a half later, we started Todd's Total Transformations, which is a
I was
similar,
doing the business with you.
a similar business that I had back in Cabot. So we started doing that, and between network marketing, arm wrestling, and training, we've not ever been apart. You know what I'm saying? We've like, I don't travel without her. I don't go. If I get invited, I'm like, yeah, my wife's come with me, so we got to figure out those expenses or something. And we were on a vacation. We went to Vegas, and then we had went to Colorado, and then we were driving because we'd heard about these cabins in Pigeon Forge. Was it Pigeon Forge? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pigeon Forge. And go ahead.
You okay?
Yeah, it just.
Yeah, okay.
So it's just.
So I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
All right. So my daughter was going through some changes. Sometimes men suck, but my daughter was going through some changes, and I was helping her to get her life in order. Got her into school, got her into a job, and I just suddenly thought, hey, I love school. Why don't I go to school? All of you know this, if you've been following pregnancy.
No, we got 4 grandbabies, man. We good.
All of you know, if you've been following, that I am back in school, and I just love school, right?
Now, she's one of those straight A college students, right? So she has to keep a 4.0 or better or whatever.
I do.
So
it's important.
She's been an RN for about 20 years, I guess, and then.
Well, since 2004. I was at LPN before that. Yeah.
But now she's going back to school. Go ahead.
Yeah. And at the same time, we were talking about how poor our health insurance is. It is so bad.
So when you own your own business, I don't know if you guys know that. I mean, I'm sure you do. I'm sure there's a lot of entrepreneurs on here, but your insurance is expensive, and then it sucks, right? So we paid like $700 a month, or $7,000, $8,000 a year for insurance, and then we had a $12,000 deductible.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So I mean, it was horrible.
So I had 2 visits to the ER, and those 2 visits after my insurance did their part, we owed $60,000 for. Not cool, at all.
Yeah.
Not
So
cool.
we needed better insurance.
We need better insurance, and so on a whim,
First we gotta go to how you got into school, though.
Oh, so I applied for some student loans, financial aid, stuff like that, and because of all of our deductions and stuff, our income was in the right, well, damn, they're gonna pay me to go to school, all right? Well,
Yeah, so I mean, hey, why
so
not
what
go
am I
back
gonna
to
do?
school?
What am I gonna be?
Yeah.
I might as well be a nurse practitioner, right? I'm an RN, just another couple of years, nurse practitioner, that's what I might as well
Sugar
be.
mama.
Sugar mama, and that can actually fit into maybe our plan in the future.
Yeah,
okay.
we have some opportunities that we might be doing here in the next 12 months or so. That
We're just getting to what's going on.
Yeah.
So we're making this very short story very long, sorry guys.
Yeah, sorry.
So anyways, that worked out. I was gonna get paid to do that, but still there's the issue with insurance. And we were just discussing it, and on a whim, guys, you know how sometimes God intervenes in your life before he really knows before you know what he's doing. On a whim, I said, well, why don't we just look and see if some of these JOBs are open for me.
Local
right?
hospitals, like, just.
Well, I'm not talking about where I'm going to work.
Oh, we're not?
Because
Okay.
some of you are sociopaths, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we can't do
Yeah. So,
that.
around the area where we could drive to and stay and not be too bad, right? So the positions that I'm looking for are never open. Well, suddenly they were. They were open, and they also had a hefty bonus going along with them.
Yeah, decent sign-on bonus.
I thought, well, okay, haven't done this in a while, but let's just throw my name in the hat. Next thing you know, that little thing that I did on a whim, bam.
Well, here's how it started. We thought she was going to get a day shift nursery position.
I wasn't going to talk about the department either, but thank you.
Well, it doesn't matter. So I was okay with that.
Didn't get that position.
Well, they waited too long to get back, and they filled it with, in-house staff. So when they got back with us, all they had was an evening labor delivery job, right? Like I said, we've never not went to bed next to each other, not woke up next to each other. And now...
But like I said, sometimes God knows what he's doing.
Well, there's going to be 3 days a week that I drive her to work, drop her off, and 12 and a half hours later, come back and pick her up. Now, day shifts, we were thinking, okay, cool, I'll come meet you at lunch, and then I'll come back and pick you up, when you get off, and that'll be fine. We still have not broken the 9-hour period. We still haven't not spent the night together.
Long story short, months ago,
Several months ago.
I went to work.
Yeah, so when it happened, it was really hard for me.
I went to work. Now, all of this was before COVID.
Yeah, so
right?
that's what I'm getting at.
So I had the job before COVID. Go ahead.
All right, so it was, I felt like I had failed, right? Because it was my job to provide. So I didn't like it, right? I wasn't a fan. I'm like, screw it, we'll figure it out, But then, so we were making it through it, and then, all this stuff happens with COVID. So now, I really don't like it, because she's one of the ones that's essential at risk, right? I mean, and then we hear all this stuff about they're not getting, their, what is it, PEP, what's it called? PRP? What's the stuff that you got to protective stuff?
Oh, PPE.
PPE, that's what it is, protective something other.
Yeah, the mask and the.
Yeah, so I mean,
95 and
they're not
PPE.
providing the stuff that she needed, and so it's been stressful,
It has been stressful, guys.
So what I'm saying, our life hasn't changed. If she had not went back to work, quarantine for us would pretty much be the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We just wouldn't be going out to eat restaurants on cheat meals. We would just be staying home, right, and eating food here. But so that has been a huge shift for us in our life. Now, it's not going to be permanent. It's not something we want to be permanent, but it has motivated me a lot. But seriously, so part of it was COVID happens, WAL gets canceled, network marketing business isn't doing much anymore, and my clients get significantly cut down, right? Because people, are scared, right? I mean, I still train clients. I put a mask on, they put a mask on, I clean the equipment, but I essentially had no income.
So basically, our income is my student loans and my job.
Yeah, her job. So,
There you go.
I mean,
I said, that was
as far as
God.
God intervening and taking care of us and providing for us, but I'm heavily motivated now to, one of the reasons we're getting the gym edition done is so that I can get enough clients back in here so that I can bring her home from work. That's why I'm training so hard, because I can't afford to lose. Like, there's a win bonus every time I arm wrestle. So I'm not gonna let Devin, get a win, or Jerry sneak in a win, or Levin, or anybody I pull. Every time I pull, I'm gonna win, because that extra money gets her home from work sooner. You know what I'm saying? So it's been crazy for me, But I know this may not seem like a big deal to y'all.
It's a big
Huge to us,
impact
right?
for us.
Huge.
Now, for me, as I said, sometimes when you have things in your life, you really take them for granted on a day-to-day basis. And just to let you know a little bit about me, I'm used to using my brain. I'm gifted. That's from God, not from me. Okay, I'm gifted in the way that I have a huge learning capacity, right? And I learn and I ask questions, and I'm always open to knowing more. So that made me better at what I do. And plus, I'm a nurturer by nature. So caring for my patients, it makes me feel better about who I am, right? So I've missed that part of my life for so many years, just being Mrs. Monster, right? Because I haven't really gotten to have my own identity. Well, going back to work, I have that. Now I'm using my brain, especially, back in school and back in work. I'm using my brain. I'm doing what I love again, and nurturing people, keeping them safe, helping them to have good outcomes. But I would give it all up immediately if I could just go back to taking care of this guy.
Well,
on
we took
day-to-day
for granted
And
how good
and
our
being
life
available.
was, right? How the
Yeah.
freedom that we had. Like, we always take big trips for her birthday or something. And I'm like, hey, for my birthday, let's go do this. And she's like, honey, I can't guarantee that I can be off then. I'm like, what do you mean? You can't just ask
Tom
off?
Clark, thank you for the super chat. Love you too. Love you guys. Keep up the great work.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your support, young man. But yeah, so I haven't had a boss in a very long time, right?
And it was so evident when I was talking to him about my schedule. He'd be like, what do you mean? You just can't take off. Don't you just need to tell him that you got to take off? I'm like, no, Michael, you actually have to get approved for days
The thing
off.
is, I have threatened to just come pick her up from work.
I'm
Like,
just gonna come pick you up and take you home. I'm like,
like,
no,
I
you're not.
several dozen times already. At least half of her shifts, I've threatened to just, go get her and we'll figure something else out,
So I was literally thinking about this morning because I did not work last night. I was thinking about this morning. Like, you sleep half the week without me,
Yeah.
and that is like crazy.
Well, see, the thing
You
about
know?
this is ridiculous, and any guys who work nights or anybody on here who works nights, I was willing to give up the 12 and a half hours 3 days a week. I was willing to, and still go see her at lunch. So really I was only giving up 12 hours because I was see her 30 minutes each day for lunch. But now I'm giving up 3.5 days. And then she's wrecked for a day or so after, because you're trying to, last night, so she got off, picked her up yesterday morning. She slept till probably 2. We got up, did some cardio, did a few other things, went hiking, came back. Dude, at 8 o'clock last night, she's like, I'm going to sleep. I'm like, what the
I was so
fuck?
tired.
You know what I'm saying?
I was
What do
so
you mean you're
tired.
going to sleep? I was like, because during the day,
Eric, thank you so much. Who's in the picture behind you?
okay, so it's me
There's
and
2
Rebecca right
pictures.
there, and then me and some Plinkoff right there.
Yeah.
And then this one over here has got pictures of me, Rebecca,
family.
Ryan, all 3 of us. That's when we did
Yeah.
a Beat the Champ promo and gave the money to charity. It's pretty cool.
So-
but thank you very much for your support.
So
Appreciate it.
that's the all in all, but basically, so that's a huge impact on Michael, and I was really concerned about how his training would go, how his nutrition would go. Guys, he is taking care of all of his nutrition, every bit of it.
Dude,
I'm doing nothing, okay, and he's learned to wash clothes.
The hell?
He's learned to clean up in the house, and basically, people will talk about how he's a handful. He's taking care of me at this point. I guess I'm your sugar mama, though.
Yeah, she's taking.
You got to keep the sugar mama happy.
Right.
But anyways, so he's taking care of me, but it's done something totally that I didn't expect, and that is the motivation he was talking about.
I'm very inspired. So I don't know if it's the stem cells or what, but I'm the strongest I've ever been in my life right now, and I'm doing stuff that I didn't even know I could do. Corey comes over the other day and wants to arm wrestle, and my pronation top row's ridiculous, and he's commenting about how that's just he's not usually attacked in the angle that I'm attacking him. I'm like, well, let me try something different. I haven't done this in probably a decade. Turn in, ready to go, boom, and I just force a hook, and then so then I was like, okay, well, you didn't expect that one. I'm gonna do it again. I'm thinking that the stem cells are doing something. I think I may have access to that inside power again. But another thing, keep it up.
Keep it up. Thank you, Ash K88. Thank you
for the super
support.
chat. We appreciate it. But so the other thing is, so yeah, I'm very motivated. I'm training hard.
Someone did say this, and you do say this a lot. How many times have we heard him say, "I'm the strongest I've ever been"?
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, someone did. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
do
am.
say that a lot,
I
yeah.
do. But there's something. I
You
keep
keep
up my
thinking
numbers.
that there's going to be a limit.
I do. I keep thinking there's gonna be a limit. I'm like, I'll turn 47 in less than 2 months, and like I'm telling you, I think it's the stem cells. They told me when I sent them my X-rays, like we need to have a realistic talk about your expectations. He's like, you're never gonna get mobility in your right arm. He said, but we're gonna strengthen the joint and then heal all the soft tissue around it. I think that's happening. Here's super chat. What we got?
Super chat, Nemo Carone. I actually have nothing to say. Just want to see how this works. I'm listening to you guys. Be safe. Thank you so much for the support.
Thank you very much. We appreciate the support.
That
young
is
man.
awesome.
But yeah, so it's just making everything. I feel like it's making everything stronger. But so with the new addition and with Rebecca working, so we have 4 rescue pit bull breeds, right? We have bully breeds. So we're trying to figure out how she's gonna sleep, because our dogs bark like crazy all day long. Well, so we have these big industrial fans that were in the gym, and I just rolled one in the bedroom, and I was like, all right, we're just gonna turn this on, and hopefully it kills out all the noise, right? So that's what she's been doing. But also, like when I'm training or something, if I come back in the house, the dogs start barking. So I'm thinking, well, shit, what am I gonna do? So we're gonna put a full bathroom in the new addition. I'm gonna go ahead and add a spiral staircase from downstairs to upstairs, where I wasn't gonna have access from the gym, because the upstairs is gonna be like our personal use, cardio, media room, office, all that stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and access it with the spiral staircase now, so that when she gets home from work, I can lay in bed with her until she goes to sleep. come out here, train clients, whatever, and then I can just essentially stay in the gym all day until she wakes up, right? Without having to go in there and bother. I'll put a mini fridge, microwave, whatever I need out here. But
He takes
think
care of
how
us.
much more time I'm gonna be spending in the gym.
Yeah, well, we said though, this is only temporary. And the thing is that I do love taking care of my patients. I love that. I love having that part of my identity. But as I said a while ago, I would drop it in a second just to be back to doing us, traveling, being able to be available for my family whenever they needed me. Because when you're on someone else's schedule, it automatically restricts what you can do. But the school is going to continue, because I think once your gym gets built, we're actually looking at having some sort of a health and wellness center.
Yeah, so I've got a good friend of mine who's done very, very well for himself, and he was like, listen, man, you and Rebecca come up with a business that you guys want to start, and I'll fund it. So who we got there?
Daryl Turner, much love. Can't wait for the match with Devin. Thank you so much for the super chat. So
Thank you very much for your support. We really
thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much. So being able to take care of people, not just their weight loss transformation, but see them through their many seasons of lives, maybe hormone deficiencies, helping them with TRT, helping people with diabetic teaching. All of those things are things that I could do as a nurse practitioner independently in our own health and wellness center.
Yeah.
So I think that that's actually going to be
That's probably going to be our
Yeah.
2021. We'll probably start it this year if we get through COVID and everything's fine like it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
We'll start moving forward with that. But I've had such a great response with the stem cells. And I also,
We wanna do that.
I also do weekly injections of cytokines and exosomes.
Mm-hmm. Ash K88, thank you so much.
Thanks
for
again,
the
Ash. I
super
appreciate
chat.
it.
Yeah.
It's a good flex.
But all of y'all, so most of y'all, from what I've read, at least on social media, while you're at home on this
Quarantine.
self-quarantine, you're putting on the weight. I'm dropping it. I've dropped like 13 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
super excited about that.
I wasn't cheating, and you weren't cheating.
But I was not losing
Until
weight
we
either.
found out about the match being postponed. So then we're like, okay, we're gonna have a cheat each week. Well, then we realized, who's this? Mitchell Phelps?
Mitchell Phelps, oh my goodness, have a takeout cheat meal on us, Mitchell and Jennifer. Oh, dude.
Now that's a little too much.
Thank you
I
so
appreciate
much
you
for
guys.
the support.
Thank you very much for the support.
Love
That's not
you
what this video was
guys.
about. You know what I'm saying?
Love you guys.
But thank you, Mitchell.
They're like,
and
bring
Jennifer.
Rebecca home.
Yeah, get that girl home. All right, so how many subs we got? If they each, I'm just kidding. All right, so now thank you guys so much for support. We really appreciate
Well,
it.
actually, after you said it's making you train harder, they may actually want me to stay at work.
Right? Uh-oh.
It's the best monster ever.
I'm telling you, there's something
Yeah.
special coming. I really do believe it. But yeah, so on that, go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
So that's it, guys. We didn't tell you, we didn't tell anybody, like I said, because we weren't sure that it was going to stick. And like I said, there's some of you are sociopaths out there. I didn't want you messing with me. Or the
We
people
don't want
that were-
the Michael haters out there messing with us. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We get some stupid shit.
But also, my family knows, and like I said, it's been a big transition for this guy, especially right here. And it's, as you saw earlier, it's hard for him to talk about.
Well, I'm like I said, I'm really motivated because I know what I had and I want it back. You know what I'm saying? I want that life back. So whatever we got to do to get back there. You know, I'd love it to be a full-time YouTube gig. You know, get 1 million subs and we just film our life. We'll travel, do everything. But yeah, whatever it's going to take, we're going to do it. And who knows, it might be the wellness center. But I've had such great results with the stem cells and the cytokines and exosomes that, you know, I'm going to incorporate that into our wellness center and everything. You know, I've got some pretty good partners. The guy who was my benefactor for the stem cells. So we got some good things coming on that end. Right now, it's just I'm in training mode. I have not been this excited about training in a very, very long time. I'm like, even when we got together, we both trained. You were really the one that inspired me to train hard. But I would do my workout and I'd go back and lay in bed. I'd go back and watch TV. I'd do whatever.
I don't know how many times you're in this gym a day now.
Oh my
It's
God.
crazy.
I'm
Every time I
literally
turn
doing a
around, he's
minimum
back in
of
the
3
gym.
to 4 sessions a day. And I'm
And every day is hands and wrists and
Oh my
forearms.
God. So
No.
like I'm not a working man, but those are some calloused up hands. I don't know if you guys see all those calluses, but I do hands, wrists, and forearms every day. All day. Like it's all I do, right? And that's the difference. I was listening to John Brezink, Devin Laird, Ingan Terzi on that Presence of Greatness talk about training and this and that in the gym. And I don't do statics. I don't do this. Everything I do now, yes, I still do chest, I do back, I do arms, I do shoulders, I do legs, but I always do an arm wrestling circuit. And for me, how do I work my pronation? How do I work my cup? How do I work my rise? I set up a handle that mimics how I arm wrestle, and I pin that thing over and 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 over every day. You know what I'm saying? I realized the amount of rope that I pull on my rope pulling machine. I figured out the math, and each month I rope pull for 1.5 miles. Each month, I'm pulling rope for 1.5 miles, just mimicking a top rope. And now I've got that Aramis, what?
I gotta show people this.
What?
Bend
My
your head
head?
down closer. Y'all, okay.
Oh, my
this,
hair?
Look
What
at
are you
all this
doing?
hair growth. Yes, everybody's asking about how many. Oh, hey, thanks, Max Smiley, for
Thank
the
you,
super
support. I
chat
appreciate
and
you,
your
Max.
support.
I don't know what she's saying. What are you talking
But
about? Beard?
everybody's been asking how many months growth is your beard, and I was talking about
Right
how
now
once
it's at 3 years.
once barbers can go back, he's got some
Oh
quarantine
my God.
growth.
No, I mean, I could go ahead and get the clippers out and trim it myself, but I am really
I don't know. I
lazy.
think it's a little long right now.
I'm really lazy. Because, I mean, shaving your head is you have to keep that shit up. You know what I'm
Someone
saying?
asked me if I would prefer you grow your hair back and shave your beard or keep your beard. I'd much rather he keep the
The
beard.
beard is for her, guys.
It's
Y'all
so
think
for
it's
me.
me. It's really for her. I mean, I asked her, I said, hey,
I
should
may have been a little too zealous about that.
a little bit
answer.
too zealous about the beard. I said, hey, should I get some of that hair growth stuff and grow my hair back so I have a full head of hair again? And she goes, no, shave your head. I'm like, are you doing this so that no one else thinks I'm attractive and only you think I'm attractive? Is that what the plan is, to keep me ugly so nobody else says anything? But
Cody Miller, thank you so much. Your workouts have inspired me to arm wrestle again and incorporate some of your training. Thank you, guys.
hey, I'm super happy.
Thank you
and thank
so
you
much
for the support.
support.
I really do believe the style of training that I'm doing, you're less likely to get injured, and the results are crazy. And you're strengthening tendons because you're doing so much volume. We got another super chat.
Oh.
Who's that?
Oh, Tony Farina. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, Tony. We appreciate the support. I think there's another one coming up
I
underneath.
think
that.
another one just came out. If you ever
Ash
come to
again?
Chicago, let me know. I'm a barber. All right, Ash.
Hey, check it out, dude.
We will drive to you and
That-
eat at Giordano's.
That gives us at least 2 reasons to go to Chicago. Get my shit trimmed up and
Yeah.
have some Giordano's.
Yeah,
On that
absolutely.
note, today is cheat day for us, right?
Yeah.
So we ordered Giordano's Tuesday. That shit was amazing.
Y'all,
Oh
we
my
ordered
God.
6. There are 6 pizzas. Well, actually, there are 4 left because we've already cooked 2 of them. Michael, you need to go change shirts. Those biceps and triceps are going to break those sleeves. Look at that. But guys, we do definitely want to get to your questions, so
Yeah, we
we're going
can
to do
do
that.
that
I'm
now
going to
if
scroll
you-
back and
we-
ask. Well, do you want to say anything about the social distancing and we are so happy to see that the curve is flattening. You're all doing what you're supposed to do. As now that you all know my position, I am a little afraid of when those restrictions are lessened because I know what an impact it's going to have on us. You guys, it's not going anywhere. When we all start leaving our homes, it's going to rebound, and you can expect that, and you need to prepare for that. I'm hoping that they don't look at that as a need to redo everything that we've been doing because I think it's been just a little bit over the top as far as the people that they're forcing to stay home and to not work, like barbers and beauticians. And because those are people that could do one-on-one work with clients, just like you do.
Well, okay,
Wear
so
a mask.
I was thinking about getting my beard trimmed.
Sanitize.
That guy's gonna
You
be so
know?
close to my face when I'm getting my beard trimmed, so I don't know if I feel safe with that yet. And I couldn't wear a mask during that.
He could wear a mask.
I don't
He can wear a mask. But anyhow, my point is, I am a little afraid because just speaking from the healthcare standpoint, the shortage of PPE, which is personal protective equipment, for all of you that have been watching going, what the hell is PPE? Personal protective equipment, the shortage of that is real, and nobody has ever really prepared for a pandemic. And in my hospital, when it was still relatively new, but was starting to creep into our state, I said, can we have just one N95? So that when I have new patients come in, until we have ruled it out, we can protect ourselves. Because I don't want to make Michael sick. You don't know this about me, but I have a couple of things that could be considered not good. I have a history of asthma, have 1 kidney. It's not any big deal, but I don't want to be sick either, right? So ask for just one N95. and they said no. They said no, we have to reserve those for when we know people are coming in, but yet we weren't testing people right at that point. So now, because the CDC has come out and the American Academy of Pediatrics and ACOG and all of those people have said no, we have to be able to have them in my unit for certain situations. Now we have them. But, I mean, the hoarding of the PPE is real. The shortage is real. Everything they're telling you, yes, there are nurses that are furloughed and not at work, but that's because they work in areas that are elective. People are not having elective surgeries right now, so they do not need that staff. But people in my position, we're not staying home. We're taking care of anybody and everybody that comes in, and you have to worry about that. All right, we're off the corona,
Well,
Chris.
That's all good.
Yeah. But anyways, so the restrictions, we're happy to see those possibly being lifted.
Yeah.
And getting back to
some
life.
sort of normalcy, and Devin can't run forever, so got to make this happen. All right, you ready to ask and answer some questions?
Let's ask and answer some questions. Dragonfire Wolfie, love the poster in the background. Which one? Beat the Champ? It's pretty awesome.
Some blink off.
Or the picture.
Me and Rebecca. Either one.
That was that picture was at the sorry, wrong way. That picture was at the UAL opening that we took
when they did the grand opening of the training center out there.
I'm wearing like 6-inch heels to even be that close to his head, right?
There you go.
He's quite a bit bigger than me. So you just be chatting and I'm gonna look up questions, guys. Hit us with your questions. It's time for some Q&A.
What we got here? Please don't hurt Devin too bad. We like him too. Oh, I like Devin a lot.
Callie
He's just
wants
not
to
ready
know.
for what's coming. That's for
Callie
sure.
or Calais wants to know, what do you think about a prime Berzink versus 2004 Alexei Voda?
2007 Alexei Voda was the strongest Alexei. People don't understand that when he pulled Zloty in 2004, he was 120 kilos, 264. They told me when I was going to pull him in 2007, he'd be 110 kilos. I show up, he's 125 kilos and capable of pulling himself out like a flag at 275. That was the strongest version. John pulled him afterwards, messed around with him after John put in Chesky, and he said that was a very, very strong dude. I mean, there's the prime John Berzink, 2006 John Berzink, when he had that battle with Farid Usmanov versus 2007 Alexei Voda. I think Berzink has very good chances. I also think the 2008 Devin Larratt that beat John Berzink and the 2007 Devin Larratt that beat Ron Bath the same day that I was pulling Alexei. I think that version of Devin would have beat
Adam Harding said I'm nerdy.
Alexei's well.
Adam, I am actually. I'm a total nerd.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm a total nerd. Eric Bailey says, Mrs. Monster going to WWE. I'll do some crackdown.
Crackdown, Smackdown.
Maybe I should get the terminology right first.
Keep going with some questions, babe.
Okay, I just joined, so exactly what happened. Mrs. Monster's got a job. That's what happened.
It's crazy.
All right, so show my family how big your biceps are. My family doesn't believe me when you have the time.
I've already flexed a couple times.
But how big are they?
Pump 21 on the right, 20 and a half on the left. Forearm is 17 on the right, 16 and a quarter on the left.
Yes. Not all heroes wear capes. Oh, thank you. Devin is pretty weak, I agree, says Brett Fine. Yeah.
He's probably
Looking for
strong.
some questions here. Johnny Boy, something. You're looking at him, also a strong argument for Levin as co-number one, since they haven't pulled, talking about you and Levon.
See, okay, my opinion, Levin cannot claim to be the number one in the world unless he beats me, and I can't make the claim to be number one in the world unless I beat him, in my opinion. Some people may disagree with that, but I believe to be globally recognized as number one in the world, we have to face each other to find out who the top guy is.
PCH, I like you very much, and I hope they're listening when I read this. WAL should pay for health insurance. I like that.
I like that as well.
Like that.
I broke my hand twice, you know what I'm saying?
Calais, we both agree on Dave Chafee being in his prime 6 years ago. Some dumb idiot thought that he was in his prime now, despite having a serious neck injury and not being able to train every day. Well, you actually disagree.
Yeah, I disagree. 6 years ago would have been, 2014? Dave and I spoke regularly. Now, he does have he's had some nerve issues that switched from his right arm to his left arm, which is actually a good thing. So now he can train his right a lot more. But he has told me that he told me at 503, and Bart told me that was the strongest he had ever been. And I know that the version of him that's going to pull 11, which appears now to be December, will be the strongest Dave, unless something happens between now and then. But it's all subject to how you were on that day. We all had good days and bad days, but Dave Chafee's a very, very strong individual.
Will you pull other than a king's move? This is Daniel. You are the strongest you have been, so is your arm able to pull in other positions? This is actually a great question because you noticed something different the other day.
I was just telling him. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got access to my inside again.
Now, he can't get close like.
Yeah, I'll
you
never
know?
get any closer than this.
Yeah.
That's as close as it comes, right? It won't get any closer. But honestly, I feel like right now I can top roll pretty much anybody in the world.
Old man power is real.
Old man power's real. My pronation's never been this strong. My riser's never been this strong. The difference now is I have the ability to attack, right? Because my pronation isn't worked just by my rope pulling machine, it's worked with that arm and cable pulling. As I'm pronating, I'm pinning with side pressure, I'm pinning to the tabletop. So I have a lot more side pressure and pinning pressure in my top row now, so I can attack with it, which is a big, big difference.
Somebody here says you look 30.
Oh,
no
shit.
No way you can be 47.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what's so great about me at work right now. I wear a mask, right? And guys, it's so different. You have to realize that I was a nurse during the AIDS pandemic, okay? When it was at its peak, people were coming in dying of AIDS instead of living with HIV. I was there for that. And now I'm there for this. And I've never had the type of restrictions that I have now. Going to work, they take my temperature before I even get 2 foot inside the door, and you put on a mask and you wear a mask the entire shift. But the good part about it is, nobody can tell my age, and they're like, we thought you were in your 20s.
Oh my God, some chick was like, hey, do you have any kids yet? And we're like, I've got 4 grandkids. She goes, oh my God, I thought you was just out of nursing school. I was wondering how you were so smart.
No, okay, maybe gets me to thinking maybe I need to wear a mask everywhere I go, right? Chance Shaw steamrolled Travis, did he?
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
How does Michael look 10 years younger than his current age? Makes no sense.
Hey, somebody just said something here.
Oh. Mario Ramus, thank you so much for the super chat. If Dave Chafee does beat Levon, would you then consider yourself number 1? Also, how is the addition coming along?
The addition's doing very well. They got the steel frame up last week, put the roof on it, and from what I've been told, they'll have it framed out this week. So if we get this thing framed out and skinned, then it'll just be, electrical, plumbing, heat, air, all that good stuff. So, I mean, it's definitely progressing really well. If Dave Chafee beats Levin, would I consider myself number 1? I would want Dave to have the glory of being the overall number 1 in the world. I don't know. Because Levin became number 1 in the world without beating the number 1 in the world. Dave became number 1 in the world without beating the number 1 in the world. They just got moved around, right? They got shuffled. So, I don't know.
And it's all about, it's not really all opinion, but if you weren't, it'd be pretty easy to go track down the number 1 in the world, right?
Go pull Dave.
Yeah. You guys your guys' love is admirable. You're such a nice couple. Oh, thank you, Iki Taku.
Thank you.
Mark Cart, where is Michael? I just see Triple H. What is Triple H?
From WWE? Do I look like Triple H? I wish I had Triple H's money. My wife wouldn't have to work.
Right. I don't think Michael would be as strong if he hadn't got you as his wife. You need muscles, but you also need the brains from Mrs. Monster herself.
I'm telling you, this has been the best me since we've been together. It's been the strongest me.
Thank you, Big Bye. Nurses are angels.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, he would disagree.
She doesn't take care of me for shit. I'm just telling you. I'm like,
so
hey,
mean.
I
That's
feel
not
bad.
true.
She's like, put some dirt on it, rub some dirt on it, you'll be fine. I'm like, if it was your son saying this, you'd be rushing him to the emergency room. But if it's me, now the one time she did say, I think you're having a heart attack, I'm like, I'm not having a fucking heart attack.
He
You know what
sat
I'm
down.
saying? It's like, I gotta train. You know what I'm saying?
I calmly picked up my water jug and our keys and went to him in the gym. I said, Michael, we're going to the ER. I think you're having a heart attack. He said, not going. And he sat down. Not going. He waited till the next day when his heart rate, when they laid him down the next day, what was your heart rate?
204.
204.
It was pretty elevated.
I almost killed him.
Yeah, that was
myself.
2017. I was like 290 something pounds getting ready for WAL.
He was drinking Monsters.
Oh, I was taking so many stimulants. It was
Coffee,
espresso,
just
Butyrex.
so much stuff that had his heart pounding where he felt like he was choking.
Yeah, okay, what else we got?
All right. All your years of arm wrestling, you haven't saved any money. We have money saved, but the thing
Okay,
is,
so
if you
on
have
that
no
note, dude, I've
income
been doing
coming
this
in,
30 years. I've made 300 grand.
30 years,
That's
300 grand in 3 years.
$10,000 a year. What the hell was I supposed to say? You know what I'm saying? What are y'all talking
Yeah,
about?
the money saved didn't come in
Yeah.
from arm wrestling. It
No.
came in from his job of training clients, right? You look skinnier. You or me? Because I've lost. I've lost 13 pounds. Thank you so much. What? They were talking to me. That had to be me.
That had to be you.
Yeah, I mean, you don't tell a dude he looks skinny.
You don't like
do
it.
All
There's
right?
no way they thought that
I
was
love
skinny.
hearing that, but they don't. Who is the buff girl in the background? That?
Oh, that's Rebecca.
That's me. Oh, wrong side.
Yeah, that's the
me.
buff girl.
Okay.
All right, what else we got?
What was the cost of the stem cells?
Somebody said, bro, Devin's going to crush you. Get ready. That's crazy. All right,
You're supposed to act with humility.
That's just not
And
going to
just
happen.
say, what you're supposed to say, Michael, is, I'm going to be glad to have the chance to prove you wrong.
Oh, okay. That's what I meant.
Okay.
All right, so I was blessed enough to have a benefactor provide the stem cells for me. I got 1 unit here, 2 here, 2 in here. Had I went and paid for that, it'd have probably been about 25 grand. So I was definitely blessed with that.
Daniel says Devin is willing to arm wrestle you even if you have the COVID, Michael. Of course he is. Of course he is. He would like a weekend, Michael. Come on.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
Joseph Rothenberger, MMT family through thick and thin. Oh, thank you so much. When I know you don't, he just said at any cost he would pull you, Daniel. Okay. I've already asked the monster, Rebecca. Oh, we already answered that. You're already the champ, though, Mike, but it's inspiring to see you prove it time and time again.
Well, the thing is, I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm going to do it, I got to do it to the fullest, best of my ability. But at the same time, I can't be the guy who was the champ when arm wrestling was still here and let somebody else be the champ if arm wrestling ever goes there, right? I don't want to be the guy who didn't get to capitalize on the mainstream appeal of arm wrestling. And that's strictly from a monetary perspective. I mean, honestly, I've spent 30 years of my life doing this, and at the end, there was supposed to be this household name recognition, the endorsements, the sponsorships, because that's what we've always been told was going to happen for years. And you know, I'm still very, very capable, and I'm gonna keep doing it until we win the lottery. I'll probably always arm wrestle.
Mike, this is from Big Buy. Mike, how can I get a match in the WAL?
Well, you either have to, if they did the Buffalo Wild Wings events again like they did last year, if you won the overalls there, they'd give you a match at one of the cards this year. Go out there and make a name for yourself. Neil Pickup does a lot of the match. He comes up with the matches. But yeah, I don't know, man. I've been doing this for 30 years. I've been involved in every professional promotion that's been out there. So for what would get me involved versus what would get the new person involved, I honestly don't know.
Big Buy says, do not shave that wonder beard. Any tips for a wrist popping problem? That's the Chopper 969.
Wrist popping. I would do icing, and then once you pull it out of the ice, dry it off, rub it down really hard with some muscle rub of some sort, wrap it real tight, and I would do a lot of high volume training. But I've always trained through injuries.
Hopefully they gradually open things so we don't get back to the extreme situation. This thing will stick around for a while. I agree with you. Ice and Flames Rush. That's quite a name. Ice and Flames Rush. Why don't we just do Monster and Mrs. Monster? Why didn't we do something cooler?
We should have done something.
Y'all should sell those masks you two were wearing when you were curling, Rebecca.
A friend of ours at Arkansas
Not
Logo Logic.
curling Rebecca, but when you were curling Rebecca. He was curling me. Did y'all see that video?
Yeah.
Monster Michael Todd was curling me.
Yeah, it was funny.
You still got to do the one where you're squatting me too.
Yeah, I was supposed to grab you and do bent over rows with you too.
Mitchell Phelps, what's your Michael's opinion on Schoolboy? He's got a
Crazy
new
potential.
video out with
Crazy potential. He was beating Todd Hutchins in a practice.
No. He's got one out with Larry Wheels.
No, he's got a match supposed to be coming out with Larry Wheels. Larry Wheels challenged him to a match at the end of this year.
Ah.
But yeah, crazy potential, strong kid, very strong in the hand and wrist, got a good arm. I think he's got great potential.
Bobby Sweeney says he loves the way you train. He's a big fan of Devin, but he's perplexed by his micro movement reps he does, where he lifts things 1/2 inch to 10 times, etc. Your thoughts on that? There has to be proof behind the pudding, guys. I mean, he wouldn't be doing it if he didn't have a reason for doing it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Devin's strong. Devin knows what he's doing. I think he's definitely taken the wrong approach to prepare for me. I'm not going to go into detail on that, but I just believe it's the wrong approach. He's expecting to get somewhere that he's not ever going to get.
Ah, those muscles are good, says Daniel. Favorite meal of the day? Ya boy, Jetty.
Favorite meal of the day?
Your favorite meal of the day.
I eat a Vi Crunch cereal every morning. That was good. A Vi Crunch cereal every morning. I drink a big protein shake, eat a Vi Crunch cereal with some peanut butter and skim milk. But my favorite meal of the day would be pizza every day if I could have it. But
Troy Crandall. I was watching your old vids. Are y'all enjoying that? Are y'all enjoying his little flashback videos that he's been posting? I am.
it's fun for me to go back
Yeah.
and watch some of my older
Bro,
stuff.
you were awesome then too.
I
can't watch some of them though. Some of them I have
I've
to
been
look
in some
away.
crazy positions. You know what I'm saying?
Makes me want to throw up because you're just waiting for his bone to go.
I mean, I know that it doesn't, but it's still like, ooh, damn. Can't believe I did that.
Damn. I've seen too many of those matches where that does happen though. Can you overpower Levon? Jennifer Robinson.
I like my chances a lot. I really do like my chances. Levon's a bad dude, and super impressed with everything he's done. I really want to pull him.
Triple N KTX. The best thing about Monster Michael Todd is Rebecca Todd.
Oh, damn. There you go.
Oh, that's sweet. Chris Ireland. What was Devin like when Neil was saying he was insane in the hotel room? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What you guys don't know is Devin is insane.
Devin's a bad dude. He's crazy, though. But he's seen a lot of crazy stuff, too, so we can't blame him.
Yeah. Calais, Alexi had been gone from the sport for 3 years, Michael. He wasn't in the same shape he was in Slotty 2004.
You guys can think whatever you want, but I'm the one that pulled him. And in 2007 was the strongest version of Alexi that has ever existed. Just because he hadn't been on the table, he can't. 125 kilo Alexi was a freak. I mean, I watched him at Zloty. I met him in 2003 when Travis beat him. He's a strong guy, but 125 kilo Alexi was the strongest Alexi. And even that Alexi, to me, doesn't beat the push car of 2017, some Plinkov. I mean, people have just gotten better. Competition's gotten
This
stronger.
person's trying to make you think that they're Alexi.
Oh.
You're not Alexi,
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
nice try.
Yeah.
So anyways, Robin Chandler, you look so happy now, Rebecca. I'm happy because I'm home right now and we just had pizza, Robin. That's why I'm happy
Pizza
right
makes
now.
us happy.
Okay. ISYT, you're way off base. What's your real height, Mike? You claim 6'3", but I reckon maybe 6'1".
I've been 6'3" since I graduated high school.
Yeah, he is a full 12 inches taller than me.
Yeah.
And I'm 5'3". On my, actually I'm probably 5'3.5", but he's a full 10 inches taller than me. I'm 36,
Did you say-
12 inches, sorry.
What the hell?
That's what I did to you that one time though. Yeah, he's a full 12 inches taller than me. Tony Farina, I'm 36, went to my first practice yesterday, and am I joking myself at starting at this age? But he left.
Todd Hutchins got in about that age, and look where he's at.
Captains of Crush hand grippers, any importance in arm wrestling at all? If yes, which? Daniel said.
I'm going to say 0. It's negligible. John Brzezinski couldn't close the number 3, but he was the greatest arm wrestler of all time. Arm wrestling's not about squeezing strength, because most time when you squeeze something heavy, your knuckles bend back past your wrist. It's about clamping strength, where you spread your fingers across the back and you clamp someone's hand. Squeezing, whenever you try to do a heavy gripper, everybody's wrist is going to go back. Who wants to train the wrist going backwards?
Could you tell us your opinion? And actually, I want to expand on this just a little bit. Could you tell us your opinion? This is Georgie Tamarashvili, about Dave versus Levon and Dennis versus Levon, if that actually happened. What do you think about those? And I want to talk about the top 8 news, because we didn't talk about that. Let's go ahead and do that now.
You hitting the thing with your knee.
Earthquake.
Yeah, earthquake. Dave versus Levin. Dave, it's going to be a very good match, very interesting match to see. Dave is very powerful. If he can get a hold of Levin and negate his top row, his outside move, and force the match anywhere near Dave's power, I think Dave's got a very good chance. Dennis is a very complete arm wrestler. People did not give him credit for being as good of an arm wrestler as he is. I very much
He's got
like
a good table IQ.
very high table IQ.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him and Levon left-handed, because I'd like to pull either one of them right-handed. What else you got? Was it you want to?
So the
expand
top
on?
8.
Top 8. Yeah. So
If you guys didn't see in the news, it's actually
been canceled for this
Canceled
year.
for this year.
2021 will start again next year with a brand new draw. Mm-hmm. But they're going to take the matches that they've already announced and run them at the Zloty tour in December. So Dave and Levin are still pulling. Lilletin and Krasi and all those guys. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Prudnik and Tim Bresnan, Dimitri, all that stuff.
Here's a good one. This is from Snazzins. He's been watching Neil's videos. How did you beat the senior Olympic lady in table tennis?
Busted that ass. What are you talking about? There was a medal on the line, dude.
Who brags about that, though?
Man, I don't
this
care.
guy.
That chick was good.
He's like, but she was an Olympic.
She had a gold medal at home, but I got that
She was
carnival
107
medal.
years old.
She was 70.
Chafee is definitely not overrated. Arm rub.
Decent Chafee?
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
Jerry would handle Dave easily. No.
Jerry Carteret?
No.
Yeah, Jerry's doesn't have a single competition win on Dave. Ever.
Not one, ever.
And Dave's made it look easy every time. Jerry's a strong guy. It's just stylistically it's a bad matchup.
Dragonfire, Wolfie. You must also have seen the movie Over the Top. One favorite movie of arm wrestling. Let me tell you what one of my favorite arm wrestling scenes in any movie ever was, because I'm such a fan.
Whatever that shit's called.
Twilight.
Yeah.
Don't call that shit. I will kick you off this little thing here right away.
I mean, kicked off the little thing here right away. Yeah, so Twilight.
Well, they don't know that there's like a 12-foot drop over there and you'll be impaled. You know?
Why is she trying to hurt me, guys?
Because you're
It's
like,
the insurance policy. That's your plan B, isn't it?
my plan B, like a mother,
Right.
okay? If Dave Chafee does beat Levin, we've already answered that one. Dave beat Jerry, Rob K, he knows nothing. You guys are gorgeous. How does Rebecca stay so young and sexy looking?
Say that again. That's what I'm talking about. Spank that ass.
What the hell are you doing? I'll punch you right in the,
Foreplay.
Lots of water, and I have genetics. My mother is about 70 and she looks younger. My grandmother lived to be 96. She just passed away a little over a year ago, and she looks good all the way. So Devin versus Dennis, right hand in December, might happen. Oh, Mario Ramos, thank you so much for the super chat. What are your thoughts on Ryan Bowen's training? Seems to be super focused on numbers in the gym, yet the last time he did that, he did poorly in Zloty. I'm just trying to see what training for me is the best. I'm 6'3" and as well, but I'm 190 pounds.
Okay, so I think Ryan has found something that works for him, and maybe he didn't translate at the table at the Zloty, but he's always learning from his experiences. So he does follow the pyramidization that Todd Hutchins sets up for him. I do believe he would benefit greatly from my style of training, but he's had a lot of exposure to, John Brzezinski, Devin Laird, Todd Hutchins. So his potential is limitless, and he's just very, very motivated. So I don't think it could be a direct correlation. I'm going to encourage anyone to train the way I train. But you have to have a good pulley system. Let me tell you the reason I think my training works. I mimic arm wrestling every day, right? So if a carpenter, does this all day, he's gonna be strong at that. If a mechanic does this all day, turning wrenches, he's gonna be strong at that. If I do this all day, I'm gonna be strong at that. So I just made arm wrestling a job. I made training for arm wrestling a job. So I just mimic it all the time.
Michael, can you and Travis Badgett be guests on Neil Pickup's podcast? That would be lit.
Oh, that'd be funny, yeah. So go back to the dude that somebody asked a question, then we got the super chat.
Okay.
Right there, that one.
Devin versus Dennis, right hand in December.
Devin versus Dennis. I have not heard
What do you
anything.
think,
I've heard Devin say that he was trying to lobby for that match a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've also heard a different rumor of a match that might happen in December. But
can't talk about that.
Devin versus Dennis right-handed. What do I think? If it's anything like the left, then I think Dennis is going to win. But Devin's capable. Devin's capable. Dennis is freakishly strong. I feel like I have Dennis's number because I've never been this powerful, and I'm much more evolved than I was in 2016 when we pulled. So I feel like I would be a bad matchup. So in that case, would that make Devin a bad matchup? I don't know.
What you guys don't know, because I saw some of you mentioning King's Move, Dennis has a King's Move.
Dennis has a King's Move.
And he has, for how long?
Oh, 6-7 years probably.
Yeah, Dennis has been using the King's Move for quite a while, guys. Have you, Michael, always trained like this? When did you start training like you do now?
Okay, so I've been doing volume training for a decade. I've been doing these type of circuits for a decade
He's
now.
asked this question a couple of times. Does arm wrestling build muscle? We'll get to that.
Arm wrestling build muscle. Of course it does. John Brzezinski never really lifted weights, and he had a very impressive physique, you know what I'm saying? Crazy forearms, hands, wrists, biceps, all that stuff. So I've done volume training for at least a decade, but only the last couple of years have I emphasized hands and wrist, which is so crazy, because if I'd have been doing this for 30 years, holy shit, right? But it's just, it took me this long to
Don't
realize the importance. What?
Don't read that.
What?
Don't read that.
What did it say?
Nothing.
Yeah, I want to whoop your ass is what I want to do.
I'll cover that.
Yeah, so
I will fix that.
that shit always gets me. Yeah, so if I'd have been focused on hand and wrist the whole time, you blocked that dude already? Mm-hmm. Okay. But yeah, so hand and wrist is a daily thing now. I mean, it's just, and it's from so many different angles, from the wrist rolls to the cupping and pronating and side pressure. I mean, if this is your top roll, boom, and you're doing that every time you pin, then my cup is getting work there, my pronation is getting work there, my back pressure, side pressure, everything.
I love this person. Be respectful. You do see the monster sitting next to her, right?
Yeah.
There are always those.
Well, I just want to see them all in person. Everybody who's an asshole who has something to say to me, find me and say it to me in person. That's what I want to see.
Michael, you get to pick three. Whoa. You get to pick 3 other North Americans to go over to Europe against their top guys. Oh, this is our dream. We want this so bad.
It has to be me, Dave Chafee, Devin Larrett, and depends on a trained Travis or Jerry.
Train Travis or Jerry. There you go, guys.
Yeah, that's the top 4.
Yeah. When do you anticipate your next match?
Hopefully within the next 3 months.
What do you think about IPF banning the King's move?
IFA.
That's a miss. IFA is what you're talking about. That's a miss.
Yeah, so they haven't banned the King's move.
They haven't.
What they have said was if your shoulder drops below the table,
And that's always
you
been
get
the
a
rule.
warning. No,
Oh,
they've
okay.
changed it. You get a warning. You come back up. If you don't come back up, you get a foul. If you drop back below again, you get a foul.
Okay.
The WAF, once you drop below, you get a verbal command to stand up. If you stand back up, you can drop back down, get a verbal command, stand back up. You just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Now they have it. If you drop below, you get a warning.
Your shoulder.
Shoulder must go below.
Below. Did your
Yeah.
shoulder go below when you were arm wrestling Dave Chafee?
Not at all.
Not at all.
I mean, it's straight parallel to the table that one time when he was pressing me.
Yeah.
And I got nowhere near it pulling Jerry.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Italy.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody's talking about how bad it's going to be, well, how bad is Devin going to do? Devin is stretched all the way out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, Devin's right arm, his last 2 matches got straightened out as full as it would go. So his left arm match, very impressive. His right arm matches, all I've seen is arm straighten out. So nobody can be dogging me about IFA or WA or PAL about the rules. You're going to be worried about Devin if that's the case.
Benjamin Dean, everybody's a tough guy behind their keyboard. Top 8 North America versus the world. That would be so cool, right?
Top 8 North America?
Yeah.
I don't know who that would be.
It's going to go deep.
Yeah.
How do you train pronation? Riley Newfield wants to know. When I do it heavy, my wrist hurts. I remember Devin talking about how it can damage your wrist, but curious to see how you do it.
I've trained pronation for a decade doing my rope pulling machine like this. So if you don't have a rope pulling machine, they're expensive. You can get the portable one's about $700. You can get a 20% discount if you use Monster 20 code at Erebus Fitness Equipment. Or you can just go get a rope, tie it into like, get a tire, turn it up on its end, drill a hole through it, tie the rope through it, throw some weights or rocks or whatever, and just lean up against your house or your vehicle and just drag like that. Because you're pronating, right? Boom, boom. Now I don't pronate this way off cables and stuff because I'm not gonna be in this position arm wrestling. I'm gonna be from here, and that's where I want to pronate from, right? So I mimic a rope pull and then a cable pull in a top rope pronating position using the arm handle, which I put my hand through. It's like gripping a thumb, like gripping a hand, but with a handle that allows me to slide up, and instead of pulling it from a hook position, I turn it and pull it to a top rope.
Mitchell Phelps wants to know if they're going to make the strap wider and bigger for 2000.
Yeah, the
for
WAL
2026.
has gotten rid of their old strap for the supers for sure, and they're gonna make a wider strap for us.
Armadillo Music says, wants to know, do single reps or mini reps for building stronger tendons, which is better?
I would say many reps build stronger tendons. That's what I
KJ
believe.
Macron 9, was Jerry's press stronger than Chafee's?
Jerry's press is a different angle than Chafee's.
Timmy Devon is, or it says all the men are on roids. Okay. All right, there you go. Michael is a fight versus Travis Badgett. Who would win? I saw your kick. Very impressive.
I
Okay,
would
in a
destroy
fight.
him. Oh my
In a
God.
fight.
Knees and elbows, baby. Knees and elbows. Maybe a headbutt or two. It'd be bad.
Michael, I just got a gorgeous and loving girl just like Rebecca. What's the secret to keeping her? Oh, wait, actually, we can't talk about
I can't
that.
tell you that one.
It's the beard.
I'm gonna be honest, man. My relationship advice is to be completely transparent. Is to always be honest with what your needs are in a relationship. I'm a guy who, if something bothers me, I tell you it bothers me. If I feel like I'm lacking something, I express the fact that, hey, I need more of this for me to feel comfortable. You know, I was raised by my mother, so I'm very in touch with my emotions. So I've always been that guy.
He's a lot more open than even I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much for the super chat, Jethro66.
Jethro66.
From Canada, it looks like, which a while
Canada.
ago, someone was asking, why does Rebecca sound like she's a Canadian? And someone else said, what do Canadians sound like? I don't know.
Hey, what's this?
Another super chat. Saucy James, what's up from Palm Springs, California?
Palm
Hope you're
Springs.
staying well. You two are awesome. Love the channel. Should Todd Hutchings be allowed to pull the middleweight guys, or is he suited to heavyweights, in your opinion? I think he should be allowed to be in his...
I think he should be allowed to do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
I felt like I was told in 2018 they asked him to move up to the supers because he was so dominant in the middleweights. But I feel like now, you know, he had that scare last year with his health. I feel like he should be able to go back down to 200-pound class and see what he can do.
That poster was taken in 2013. Yeah.
Yep.
Wrist pain and injury. What are your tips on that? And do you have table time? And isn't that like having max effort days? So basically, you're training in conjugate periodization, isn't
Periodization.
it? Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I have table time whenever Corey wants to floor somebody. We have practice or whatever. But I'm of the opinion that I know how to arm wrestle. I just need to get as strong as I possibly can in the things that make me better at arm wrestling, right? So it's hand, wrist, riser, cup, all those things, and I know what my previous best are, and when I beat those previous best, then I know I'm stronger. We got somebody there.
IFK Gote, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the support.
We really appreciate it. Thank you
Now,
guys very much.
Muhammad Omar has asked this question just a few times, and so we need to really talk about it.
Yeah,
What do you think of Schoolboy?
We're at an hour and 20.
Okay, so we're getting close to wrapping it up.
I mean, an hour and
Because I got
1 minute,
schoolwork to
26.
do.
Yeah,
All
I got
right,
pizza
I got to
to
go
eat.
read Hamlet. What do you think of Schoolboy, and do you think he can beat Larry Wheels?
Okay, so I think Schoolboy is a very impressive young man, but I've also seen Larry Wills go from not even remotely being able to pull Alex to being able to beat Alex back in January. So Larry Wills is freakishly strong. His hand, I mean, he does crazy heavy deadlifts with no straps. So if he learns how to use his hand and wrist and stuff, he could be a big threat for a lot of people. Currently, right now, if the match was to happen today, I'd say Schoolboy. 6 months from now, you never know.
Okay, so I want to actually cover this one. Why did John not want to be friends with you? This is from Calais. After your match with him, he says UAL 9, but that was actually UAL 8. That was my fault. That was my fault because I'm new to this thing, and I just think that when someone who is a champion, when they go up to the table, that every time they go up to the table, it should be to win that match, not setting up a strategy to, like chess, okay, to take out an opponent or to remove an opponent so that you get to an opponent. And basically that's what happened at UAL 8. There was a discussion between two key players that they would not wear each other out, so they would choose to not pull each other and lay down to one another so that they did not waste their energy, waste their arm on those matches, so that one of them could then be fresh when they went up against Michael, so that they would have a chance, and then that they would then split the cash winnings, okay? Which, being new to arm wrestling, that pissed me off because I was like, so if you're a baseball player and you throw a game so that you can win money, then you actually go to prison and there you don't ever enter a Hall of Fame. So how can that be okay in arm wrestling? But apparently that's something that is okay in arm wrestling, that's actually part of strategy, especially in tournament pulling. And you'll actually see it a lot. So I was very vocal about my disgust with that.
Okay, did apologize about the rude comment.
Oh, thank you, Ancient Alien.
Yeah, I'm just really protective, so I don't do, there's certain jokes I don't do.
He doesn't do mama jokes either, just
Yeah, I
FYI.
wasn't gonna say that because somebody will fucking do a mama joke. I gotta hunt them down.
Okay.
I was raised
Yeah.
that way. I'm just not good at it. My mom and my wife are the two most important people in my life, so say what the fuck you want about me, but don't say anything about them.
So I was vocal about, anyways, my angst
Dislike.
and dislike about that situation on social media, and I think I hurt his feelings, and
Well, he did say we're not friends anymore. I'm like,
he told Michael they weren't friends
I'm
anymore.
like what the fuck, you know?
That's been worked out, though.
Yeah, yeah.
And I get it now.
Yeah.
I understand that is part of arm wrestling. I don't understand why it is. I've never seen Michael throw a match just so that he could get farther along in a tournament, but I've seen people do it, and it does make sense in certain cases.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, baby. Let's take 2 more, and then I'll
Two more questions. You are a humble champion, Mike.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I don't know what that. Oh, real men don't put up with dislike for your wife, or talk about your wife. We're hiding you, Yusuf. I'll tell you later. I just wanted to say that I'm glad you do and don't pay too much attention to negative people, especially when your style starts being used by the cool kids. Is Devin the cool
Devin
kids?
must be the cool kid.
He must be the cool kids. You made a video of your matches. Would you like to comment on how can you tricep press with your arm at a 90-degree angle? You don't see that a lot.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking this part of my hand when I'm stretched out. I'm taking my palm and I'm applying side pressure into the person, pushing their hand past their shoulder. Once their hand gets past their shoulder, my tricep drops in the spot, bam. Or my shoulder drops behind it and I press them. But it all comes from palm side pressure into my opponent's hand.
John gave Jerry nachos for 1 full year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like nachos. You might have done it, pizza, Okay. I'm 43. This is the last question, guys. I'm 43 from James Peck. What will be your best advice on the start on the table? How to be faster on the table?
I'm going to tell you how I got my speed.
You answered that, and I'm going to say something too.
In 1990, I was arm wrestling all around town, and there's a guy that I would always pull, Jim Long. We go back and forth, but I'd always beat him. He's like, man, you got to pull Dennis Hathcock. I'm like, all right, cool. So I went and pulled Dennis, and Dennis beat me, and I was pissed. So what the hell? So then I go do some stuff. I come back, I get to Jim's, and we're going to arm wrestle on the coffee table again. I'm like, so somebody says go, and I was so damn mad that I lost to Dennis that I just smashed Jim. And I'd never smashed him. We always had a pretty good hook match, and I beat him.
Puerto Rico.
But as soon as I got angry about that loss, I just was able to, and then ever since then, I've had speed. So I'd say get angry, get focused, get your, pump up some adrenaline, whatever you got to do. Just be very reactive. A lot of times in practice, if you watch me, my eyes will be closed when I'm waiting for somebody to say go, because I want to be able to react that fast. But
so practice ready goes. A lot of people, when they go to train arm wrestling training, they actually just practice slow pulling on the table. When actually you need to practice every time, in my opinion, ready goes. Because you need to get used to anticipating that go and actually going on go. And you need to listen to different cadences, because not every referee says ready go or don't move go in the same way. So you need to practice those ready goes. But the other thing is you got to get stronger on the table. My son told me, because at one point I told him, I just want to be able to arm wrestle and the match is over before I'm even able to arm wrestle, and he said, well, you got to get strong enough to be able to stop the match so that then you can arm wrestle. So get stronger to prevent being flashed on go, and then practice ready goes. That's my advice.
Yeah, somebody said Travis Bajan has the best start. I would say Vitaly Letin has a better start than he does. Travis, they're both top rollers, so I would say Letin's top roll is better than Travis's. So I would disagree with that statement. There was one more thing I was going to comment on. Somebody said something. Somebody heard about a match with me and Dennis in December. What do I think about that? I would love to have that match. And I think there was something else, but I can't remember what it was.
Well, anyways, guys, we're going to go finish our cheat day. I'm going to go read Hamlet so I can actually write a paper on that. And thank you all for joining in. Andre Pushkar's start was awesome.
Oh my God, Andre!
I loved how he set up.
I would have said Andre is the best start, but
I love how he sat up every time with that face. Yeah, and it was just ready to go, right? Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Remember
to
guys
share,
for all the support. We
like,
appreciate the super chats.
hit subscribe, click the bell for notifications so you can get notified when we're going live again. And look forward to chatting with you more. Talk to you later.